Good evening. There's fresh fears tonight. The Broncos captain Adam Reynolds won't play another NRL match before retiring after suffering an injury setback at training today. Let's go live now to Ben Dobbin in the newsroom, who has the exclusive details. Dobbo, what can you tell us?
Yeah, good evening, Jacko. Not great news for Adam Reynolds, their skipper, who injured his calf at training today. Now, he was running with the B side, the reserves, where he injured his calf. He'll go for scans tomorrow, but it is most likely that the Premiership captain will not play again for the Broncos this season. Reynolds, who retires at the end of the year, obviously will be disappointed to injured. He was slated to come back and play in that Melbourne Storm game, a farewell game as such, in front of his home crowd, and then obviously the Bulldogs in round 27, but at this stage it's highly likely he will not take part in any of those games with that calf injury. Also at training today, Reece Walsh left early. It's a knee complaint. My understanding is he will be right for this weekend. There is a lot of moving parts at the Brisbane Broncos at the moment. Obviously, they're looking at their roster, making some changes as well. One player that won't be at the Broncos next year is Jaden Hunt. He is obviously looking at where he'll go in 2027. Now, talking to people today, Super League is an option, but the Canberra Raiders have now since come up. They are going to meet with Jaden Hunt to look to try and boost their middles now. They've lost Corey Horsburgh, but all in all, yet to be signed anywhere. But watch this space. I think the Raiders are most likely for Jaden Hunt. A lot going on at the Broncos. It's a tough assignment, though, this Saturday night when they take on the Warriors.
Broncos members rewarded for their unwavering support in what's been a forgettable season, invited inside Suncorp Stadium to spend time with the team.
Go Broncos!
Their patience tested after only seeing one Broncos win in the past 15 weeks.
We won't stop trying. We've made a point of trying to get the best out of ourselves for the back end of the year and get some momentum heading into next year. So, albeit we won't be playing for a trophy this year, there's still a lot of pride on the line.
Prior to being injured at training today, Adam Reynolds was cagey about not being selected to play the Warriors this week.
Why would we put that down there?
Nothing really. It's a good opportunity for some young fellas to get a go and build on some combinations for the future.
Is it injury related?
No, I feel all right. I feel good.
And when potentially do we see you back again?
Don't know. We'll find out. Keep you guessing.
Reynolds will still have an important role on Saturday, with good mate Jai Arrow to be a special guest at Suncorp Stadium.
Get to spend a bit of time with him this weekend, actually, which is so fortunate enough to have Broncos old boys day, and he'll be up, and he opted to stay at my house rather than a hotel, so must have done something right.
Raiders forward Corey Horsburgh won't be heading to the Broncos, instead set to sign with the Perth Bears. The thought of losing Brian To'o to the PNG Chiefs still raw for the Panthers.
I got to be honest, I had a little moment the other day, just, very sad that Busy's going to be going, but I've had a few of those over the years too.
With a bye up their sleeve, a win over Parramatta this weekend could seal a final spot for the Cowboys.
You do hear it and see it, but I think what we focus on in this building and what we talk about and what our goals are in this building is more important.
Jacob Funk, 9 News.
Sam Walker is edging closer to being a free agent, putting contract talks with the Roosters on hold. Trent Robinson is still confident his halfback will re-sign, but isn't happy about negotiations being made public.
On the eve of their biggest game of the year, Trent Robinson was forced to talk dollars and cents instead of attack and defence. After initial offer, a 4-year extension worth around $5 million, Sam Walker wants to park negotiations until the end of the season to focus on the finals. The club says it's happy with that.
I don't have any issues long term about Sam and what he's going to do or anything like that. And it's like, let's stay focused on the present. It's a pretty good way to be. And so I think that's a real positive for us.
Robinson wants Walker at the club long term.
I think Sammy came in 2019 as a kid and he's been here for 7 years and we've really progressed and built him through that. So our vision for the future with Sammy is really clear. And I think our discussions have been around that. And I've got no problem in waiting until October to have that discussion either and with the club, because that means we can focus on what right now.
The coach does have an issue with the story being leaked while Walker is getting ready for a game which could see the Roosters take first place on the ladder.
How that comes out from management when there was only a couple of people in the... And so that's disappointing, but Sammy's reasoning for it, great. That's a real positive.
The Roosters' record against the Panthers is an immediate concern. They've lost 12 of their last 13.
That's past and future stuff. I think we want a good performance because we want to, the goal's quite clear after this game, and we want to keep playing good footy and keep improving our footy.
Danny Weidler, 9 News.
Ivan Cleary is confident Penrith will retain some of their off-contract superstars despite knowing they can't compete financially with the Chiefs. Isaiah Yeo is one of their biggest priorities, with Cleary shutting down any speculation about the true severity of his pec injury.
Business as usual for Brian To'o on his way to captain's run. His decision to leave Penrith at the end of next year, drawing some rare emotion from his coach.
I got to be honest, I had a little moment the other day, very sad that the business going to be going, but I've had a few of those over the years too.
But none of those players were lured away by tax-free salaries. Clearly frustrated by the financial pull of the PNG Chiefs.
Do you feel like you can compete with what they're able to offer?
The Chiefs? No. I remember when I first played 35 years ago, my first coach said to me, he said, rugby league isn't fair, and I think he was right. I've worked that out along the way, so.
Cleary confident he'll have positive news on other off-contract stars soon, but confessed speculation about their futures has had an impact on performances.
There's been a lot of work going on in the background, and yeah, we're very hopeful of having a few of them done, but you definitely don't want to be going in the finals doing this sort of stuff, so they're all handling it pretty well. But it'd be a stretch to say that it doesn't. Yeah.
Co-captain Isaiah Yeo is one of those Panthers currently negotiating. Penrith refusing to rule him out of the finals or the upcoming World Cup, despite his serious pec injury.
There's potential for everything. We're just going to have to wait and see how he recovers and how it goes over the next few weeks.
There is still plenty of belief here in Penrith that Yeo can play a role in their quest for another premiership. And just like the Roosters did in 2018 with Cooper Cronk, no one may end up knowing the true severity of his injury.
It's just uncertain waters at the moment, but I'm sure we'll navigate them.
Is it a tear or a rupture, or what's the diagnosis?
I'm not a doctor, so I'm not sure.
The doctors haven't told you?
Can't remember.
Nicole Dunn, 9 News.
The Tigers have lost 7 straight games and have endured another season filled with controversy. But players say spirits are still high ahead of Sunday's match against the Dragons.
The vibe's still good. Obviously, we haven't been getting the results that we want, but I love being around the boys. We always get along well, and can't complain there.
Some positive news for the Tigers today. They've signed Jaden Brayley from the Raiders for the next 2 seasons. Joseph Suaalii's Wallabies teammates predict his wretched run with injury will soon come to an end. Suaalii's latest hamstring strain has seen him ruled out of Saturday's clash with Japan in Townsville.
It's honestly just probably a bit of maturing in the body. I went through the exact same thing. I went through 2.5, 3 years where I wasn't playing any rugby for the Waratahs, which was tough. But yeah, it's only a really minor injury.
It's unclear who will step in for Suaalii when new coach Les Kiss names his team tomorrow. Australia has named its team for its first test against Bangladesh in Darwin. And again, it's Scott Boland who's missed out. Selectors instead choosing to play Josh Hazlewood, reuniting the Big Four bowlers.
It's one of those ones where there's not much you can say to Scotty other than obviously there's a lot of cricket coming up, but he knows his worth and how good he is, and I'm sure he'll be out there at some point pretty soon.
Cummins backing Cameron Green to succeed in the 2-test series. He'll bat at number 5. A team of park footballers from southwest Sydney has stunned an A-League club in the Australia Cup. Semi-professional side Southern District Raiders scored a goal deep into injury time to take Macarthur FC to penalties, and the underdogs kept their cool from the spot, winning the shootout 5-3. Their fans stormed the field at Moorebank to celebrate. Next up for the Raiders, a quarter-final against Sydney FC. After blowing away the competition at the Commonwealth Games, Australia's swimmers face potentially an even tougher challenge at the Pan Pacs in Los Angeles. The meet putting the Aussies up against their arch rivals, the USA.
I think always when we come into a meet with Americans, there's a lot of, more pressure because they're on form, they're swimming fast, but it's exciting.
The first heats get underway early tomorrow morning. All the action will be live on the 9 network.